Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone and welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Riang Madini. I am a lecturer at Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Islam Bandung, West Java, Indonesia. In this opportunity, I want to present my research. The title is The Readiness of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Using Fintech Application and the Profile of Fintech User in Bandung area, which is submitted to Social and Humanities Research Symposium or SORES 2020, and it's organized by Universitas Islam Bandung. My presentation is divided into four main sections. Firstly, the introduction. Secondly, the methodology. Thirdly, the result. And finally, the conclusion. It will take about 10 minutes to explain all, and begin with the introduction. The title of this research is The Readiness of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Using Fintech Application and the Profile of Fintech User in Bandung area. Why micro, small, medium enterprise need financial technology? Why it is said to be economical cost? Because fintech is an innovation that transforms a system by introducing a practical solution. And fintech is easy to access service with economical cost. And fintechs provide solution to certain market segment that the traditional financial or banking industry cannot serve. In addition, fintech is considered capable of providing a more democratic alternative to financing with more affordable service fees. And fintech in Indonesia is divided into two, namely fintech lending and fintech payment. Fintech lending is regulated by Financial Service Authority or OJK. Meanwhile, fintech payment are regulated by Bank Indonesia. However, in this research, we will focus on fintech lending. We can see in the diagram, fintech lending continues to increase from year to year. In 2018, total loans reached 19.62 trillion. In 2019, it reached 69.82 trillion, and in 2020, it has increased again into 110.3 trillion. It's still far from its potential, and the government noted that only 30% of micro, small, medium enterprise had access to finance. On this percentage, 76.1% obtained credit from banks and 23.9% except from non-banks, which means there are 70% of the micro, small, medium enterprise sector that have not been able to access financing, especially through banking. Okay, the next slide. However, currently many online loan platforms are illegal, which is caused by 1. A lack of public knowledge about loan platform. 2. A lack of government regulation regarding online loan platforms and a lack of customer data protection. Therefore, the community is expected to be able to prepare themselves to accept technology, which is also known as the technology acceptance model theory or TAM model. This research will try to discuss how the micro, small, medium enterprise actor community in facing financial technology, which is always developing in line with micro, small, medium enterprise funding need. And we go to second part, the methodology. This research use quantitative research method using descriptive analysis and correlation analysis. And the sample was obtained with random sampling, so we get T3 respondent. And we use bivariate analysis with cross-tab and chi-square. And the significant level, we use 5% significant level. And we go to the third part, the result. This is table of respondent characteristic in which there is information about socio-demographic data include the gender, the education level, the business type, and respondent size of business. On classification gender, we get that the women are dominate in this respondent. And on classification education level, uh, we get that the highest distribution is senior high school and diploma. And on classification type of business, the most dominating by type of business was accommodation, meals, and on classification business side, uh, we get the dominate with 0 until 20 million business size. The next result uh, in this slide of presentation and in this table show us the respondent answer regarding the acceptance of financial technology, which is measured by two indicators, namely rhythm and condition and understanding right and obligation. We can find out that the percentage of respondents who agree and who disagree and who neutral about the terms and condition and understanding of right and obligation. From the table can be seen that the first category from 83 respondents are dominated by around 57 people or 68.7%. They are agree to read the terms and condition. They are agree of the application fees as a form of respondent readiness to accept financial technology. Furthermore, in the second category, 57 out of 83 respondents agree that for the readiness of micro small medium enterprise in accepting financial technology, it is necessary to understand the right and obligation of financial technology user. And next, the result from the cross-tab. In the result of cross-tab analysis in category read the term and condition, it can be seen that the gender woman are dominate, and it's also in the category understand right and obligation, the gender woman dominate in this category. Furthermore, the classification regarding education level, the most agreed answer were obtained in senior high school and diploma, and they are agree that read the terms and conditions and understand the right obligation are required in readiness to use financial technology. The next classification, the next cross tab, is a type of business. The agree answer to read the terms and condition and understand right obligation are mostly found in micro, small, medium enterprise business sector is accommodation and meal, and other business that are not included in this classification conducted by researcher. The next, the final classification is the size of business. Most agreed answer regarding the read the terms and condition and understand right obligation performed by fintech user in business class with size of 0 until 20 million and size of business 100 million, more than 100 million. Okay, we will discuss the result of the T-square test. The level of significance used is person. From the result, we can see that only education level category meets the requirements. And in the table, it can be seen that the checkers significance value is 0.0 or less than 0.05. It can be concluded that there is a relationship between the level of education and the terms and conditions in reading the application. Likewise, from the category understand right and obligation, a significance value is 0.0 was obtained, which was less than 0.05, which means that there is relationship between the level of education and understanding of the rights and obligation using the application. Okay, we go to the last slide, the conclusion, the last part. From the test conduct above, it can be concluded that gender, type of business, and size of business do not have a good correlation with the decision to read the terms and conditions and understand right and obligation. Meanwhile, the level of education has a good correlation with the decision to read terms and conditions and participant understanding of right and obligation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.